You guys ever heard the story of the origin of the word gaslighting? So there was this husband and wife, Paula and Gregory. And Gregory was a prolific thief, like to steal shit. Okay. And he wanted to steal Paula's aunt's jewelry. So he yeeted her. He took her out, put her 6 feet under. Well, he learned that the actual jewelry was now stored somewhere in the attic of the house that he and his wife Paula were staying in. Well, this house is older, and lighting of the houses ran off of gas lanterns. It's all integrated. It's lit by gas, right? So every time he would go in the attic, he would have to light the attic up so he can see. And his wife would always see the gas lights flickering, and she would hear noises in the attic. And she would see her husband and she would say, did you notice that the lights were flickering? And because he didn't want her to find out he was looking for this jewelry, he would say stuff like, no, what are you talking about? It's nothing wrong with the lights. I didn't hear any noises. Matter of fact, he took it to the point where not only did he deny noticing the flickering gas lights, but he also started to do stuff on purpose to make her seem delusional, moving her stuff here, moving an item there. So she started to feel like she was going crazy. She felt like what she was seeing, she couldn't believe it. He was gaslighting her. Origin of the story. Well, I feel like we might be in the same predicament because my senator, Theodore Cruz, he came out with this message the other day. He seemed like he was trying to flex on the governor of California. I mean, politicians going to do what politicians do. But boo-boo, let me tell you something. He said, just filled my gas tank in Texas. It's $3.99 a gallon. Hey, Gavin, the problem isn't Chevron. It's California's stupid energy policies. Honestly, I don't give a F what gas costs in Cali when I don't live there. Just like y'all in Cali may care what it costs in Texas, but you want gas to go down in Cali, do you not? So when I see this type of stuff, knowing that gas here in Texas has gone up at least $1.50 since the beginning of this war, I just think to myself, bro, how out of touch can you be? How much can you not even notice that your constituents is paying more money? So I think to myself, I really think that they think we're boo-boo the fool. And I think that they think we're boo-boo the fool because I see stuff like that pretty often. I keep seeing reports that also feels like we're being gaslit. We're seeing sources say, and these sources always seem to conveniently say this shit when it's surrounding the stock market or just kind of wanting to pacify us. But we're seeing sources say that Iran and the United States have agreed to a 60-day memorandum of understanding. I don't even know what that means. Okay. Basically, they're going to agree to unblock the Strait of Hormuz and lift the naval blockade. And then we would start nuclear discussions. CNN is also reporting the same thing. So I'm seeing multiple sources says the U.S. and Iran reach a tentative agreement, but deal seems to be Trump's sign off. Bro, y'all are gaslighting me. First of all, we're not currently in a ceasefire, in my opinion, because I got reports yesterday that the U.S. in a defensive manner had to take some shots at some Iranian military targets. I'm getting reports today that the IRGC Navy carried out some missile attacks on 4 vessels trying to cross the Strait of Hormuz without getting permission first. So y'all are trying to tell me the IRGC Navy carrying out attacks because 4 vessels tried to cross into a certain territory without first getting permission. I'm supposed to just believe that everything is A-okay. That does not make sense to me. And I think that it's one of those scenarios where an attempted gaslighting is occurring. Me personally, look, I think that there are several items that are going to do nothing but keep going up in price because of what's going on in the world. Everything from silicone, semiconductors, assets that may have to do with different components of materials such as titanium. I'm going to do a whole video on that because there's stuff that I'm looking at that prices just keep going up. Some stuff is in your face. You see the price of certain goods and materials, textiles, those go up. You see stuff like video game components go up. But even beyond that, stuff that we need in the world of prep, EDC, survival, that shit's going to go up. And I think that continuously we may be gaslit to believe otherwise. I don't know why folks thought it was a good look to brag about gas prices being $4, my G, because I can distinctly remember in the month of January paying some money that started with a 2. I remember that. Okay. So, and at Costco's and Sam's of the world, sometimes you would pay gas to start it with the number 1 back in January and December. Now it's significantly more than that. So, me personally, do I see this coming to an end anytime soon? No, because if they end the war, then they're going to have pie on their face with some of their constituents. They don't end the war, they're going to have pie on their face from people like me who is tired of paying every day. Even though we're in a ceasefire, we're still maintaining vessels. We're still having to have a higher defense cadence. We're still having to have 100% combat air dominance. So we always have aircraft in the area in that, over there in the Middle East. So, yes, we're not dispensing munitions every single day, but we're still spending a lot of money over there. And, oh, by the way, don't even talk about what we got going on off the coast of Cuba. I mean, we got people talking about putting the president's face on a $250 bill, which quite frankly, I don't care. Okay, I don't care. They want to do that, whatever. Like, that doesn't faze me because I'm not trying to acquire a $250 bill. Hell, I don't even try to acquire a $100 bill. I'm just trying to make sure I can pay for my stuff. And all this stuff going on all over the world doesn't feel real America first to me. It feels real greedy. Hashtag bars. But what do you think? Do you think that this deal that's been announced is gaslighting? Do you think it's something that we could look forward to? I would love to know what your comments down below. First time stopping by, hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you part of the Battalion. If it is not your first time stopping by, well, thank you once again for watching me run my grape. For everyone else, we'll speak soon.